I finally upgraded to Davinci Resolve 18, so I'm going to show you my favorite features in the new update. For that we're going in the color page to the effects tab, and there's my favorite feature. You can just drag it in here and put it there. And you guys should be very careful with this effect because it's pretty heavy. It's like you can have the best PC in the world and it's like it's bugging and you can't play it back. So we're going to adjust the far limit right now. The white is showing what's selected, so so now we're choosing the foreground so that only the foreground is selected. And that looks about fine. I mean, we can go a little bit more back. It's pretty heavy, it's pretty laggy, so you can't really see what you're doing. You really have to guess what you're doing and then make an adjustment, then wait, and then you see what you did. Preview off. New node. Now we're going to first we choose invert so that we choose the background when we do this one here. Yeah. And now we can blur the background if you want to. It's a little bit like the portrait feature in or cinematic mode on the iPhone, on the new iPhone 13. Now you can see now you blurred the background. I mean, you can blur the background, but another thing you can do is if you want to, you can do a lot of split toning. You could do background more in the blue. And we have to wait first before it's showing. Now the background is more on the blue side. It's really blue. I mean, it's not fitting on this picture here, so maybe more on the warm side. And the person in the front, more like what's in the foreground stays the same. And the background is changing in the color you're changing. That looks about fine, but it doesn't have to be beautiful right now because we're not doing a real grade. Then we can do a little bit of background blur. Not too much. Otherwise you can see it right there on my hoodie. So you should be very gentle with this effect when you try to blur the background. Now if you want to, you can choose the foreground when you do an outside node. Now we can adjust the skin tones. If you want to, you can adjust the color of the jeans. You can make it more blue without making the colors in the background more blue. I mean, there's no blue in the background, but if you want to, you can really do it. If you have blue sky in the background, you can make it more desaturated and the jeans more saturated if you want, or the opposite. Now I'm going in the other node with the background. Now we're going to decrease the exposure. It's a really extreme look, but if that's what you're going for, it's working. So that's a pretty extreme look, but you can see the feature, how it works and what you can do with it. In my opinion, it's my favorite feature in the new update. But if you have questions about other features in the new update, you can ask me in the comments and then I'm going to answer them.